It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and this is CarEdge Live for Wednesday, October 22nd, with your hosts, me, Ray, here in glorious Ventnor City, and Zach, Savannah, Georgia. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Savannah in the background, and Washington, D.C. is legitimately where he is. How are you today, handsome?
Doing fantastic. Happy Wednesday, October 22nd to everyone. We've got a sponsor for today's program, our friends over at Delete Me. We're going to talk about them in about 8 minutes. Before we do, folks, a friendly reminder. We're running our first and our biggest end-of-year car buying promotion back at CarEdge.com. If you are going to buy a car between now and the end of this year, please take advantage of the fact that we are offering $300 off of our car buying service and 30% off of CarEdge Pro. Dad, the car buying service, we have been so busy helping customers save so much money. Get a free consultation, folks. Before you sign up, get a free consultation. Either chat with us, schedule a time to talk with us, or have us call you back, and let's figure out if it makes sense for the team at CarEdge, which you can meet right down below, is a good fit to support you. Please, folks, check it out. Take advantage of this promotion. Lasts for a limited time. Now, Dad, the big story
May I say one thing first?
Say anything, Dad.
That's a bat. A big-ass team, ladies and gentlemen, and they are standing by, ready, willing, and able to help you save money, save time, and take control of your life while someone else is putting up with all the BS that the car dealers are throwing their way, not your way.
The big story this morning, Dad, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Q3 auto retail earnings, Lithia Motors. Dad, their profit went down 1.1%. Not a big deal.
No.
The big deal is when you scroll down and you realize, Dad, gross profit per new vehicle actually declined 11.2%. We are finally seeing some ramifications. What happens? The question to ask is, what happens when car dealers can't sell expensive cars? They're finally having to cut into those record profits per vehicle. An 11% decline in profit per vehicle sold is not small, Dad. Like I was pretty shocked when I saw this, that Lithia, and what we're going to do today as part of our live experiment as a team here with CarEdge Live is we're going to go to Lithia's website. We're going to find some of their dealers. Then we're going to go to the Magic CarEdge machine, and we're going to actually look at some of their inventory. And we're going to ask my dad, if he was managing those dealerships, what type of deals he'd be giving out to people. But Dad, let's start there. Lithia, 11%
let me say one thing. I was known affectionately as, Ray's a giveaway artist. Okay. He's not here to hold gross profit. He's just going to give everything away.
So when you sold cars, you weren't trying to always make as much money per car sold.
Part of my job was to make as much money per car sold as I possibly could. Yes, that was my job. But if it came to the point where the customer just wouldn't say yes, it meant that I hadn't lowered the price enough, and that ultimately, if I had to give the damn thing away, basically, in order to make that sale, I would do it.
So let's talk a little bit, Dad. Lithia's profits down 11%. Do you think more and more sales managers at their hundreds of dealerships? So for context, for our community, Lithia is one of the largest car dealer groups in the United States. Thank you. They are the largest car dealership group in the United States. So the largest group seeing 11% declines in gross profit per vehicle. Does that mean more and more of their operators, the general managers, sales managers at their stores, are operating like you used to, saying, you know what? We can't make as much money on these cars. We just got to sell them for less and we'll make less.
Absolutely. Well, at this point in time, they just want to create opportunities for their finance and insurance people, the folks in the F&I office who handle the completion of the transaction, all that paperwork. You want to just give them an opportunity to sell the products that they have to sell on the back. It costs them hundreds of millions of dollars to floor plan their billions of dollars worth of new car inventory.
Explain what floor plan means, Dad, for our community.
Floor plan is the credit line that each of these dealerships has that they utilize to pay for their new cars. So just like a customer, they are not paying cash. They are financing their new car inventory. That's known as floor plan. Now, when you're as large as Lithia is, you are talking about financing billions of dollars worth of new cars, and it costs them hundreds of millions of dollars to do that. So rather than continue to pay the accruing interest on that inventory, their general managers and sales managers have been instructed to do whatever it takes to get a deal done. Hence, we've seen an 11% drop in their new car gross profit per vehicle sold. 11% is significant, okay? It is extremely significant. And that would indicate that they realize what the future is. And the future is that it is, with the high price of automobiles, it is harder and harder for most Americans to be able to say yes to buying a car.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's an example, Dad. I just went over. So as y'all know, we have the AI negotiator that's reaching out to hundreds of dealerships every single day. I just went ahead, Dad, and downloaded one of the recent Lithia deals that we worked on, that the AI negotiator worked on. And look at this. This is on a 2025 Hyundai Tucson Limited. We've got a dealer discount on a Hyundai, Dad, of over $5,000. Talk about throwing away your front end gross profit. There is no gross profit on a deal where you're doing a $5,500 discount on a $42,000 Hyundai.
That's more than 10% off, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a perfect example of, $42,000 Hyundai. That's not the sweet spot for a Hyundai customer. Hyundai customer doesn't want to spend $42,000 on a car. That was the first one I downloaded, and we've got a well over 10% discount from the dealership. And again, that's why you're starting to see these manufacturers have produced all these expensive vehicles. These dealers can't sell them. What does that ultimately manifest as? Lower profit per vehicle, which, to your point, Dad, is a business decision they're making to then try and make more money selling you the loan, selling you the warranty, selling you the gap insurance, selling you the paint protection, which obviously, if you're in the CarEdge community, if it's taxable, it's negotiable. But Dad, this is what's going on over at Lithia. And if Lithia is the largest car dealership in the United States, car dealer group in the United States, you've got to imagine it's happening to others as well.
I would bet dollars to donuts that all the other large publicly traded dealer groups out there are doing the same thing. They can see the writing on the wall. They know the size of the checks they're writing to their floor plan banking institutions on a monthly basis. They can add all that up and see what it's costing them. Trust me, at this point, it is less expensive for them to take a short deal and get rid of a vehicle than it is to continue to carry that vehicle on the lot in inventory. Obviously they were making over $3,000 per vehicle sold on the new car side. Now it's the 2864. That's a huge, and let me be clear about one thing.
Please be clear, Pops.
Well, I'll do my best. In 2020, 2019, 2021, before COVID, average front-end new car gross profits in the industry were somewhere, you sitting down, folks? Somewhere between $250 and $300. That was the front-end gross profit, okay? So at $300, so if they're now at $2,864, that is almost 10 times what the front-end gross profit was just 5 or 6 years ago. So it's still astronomically high, but the fact that it's coming back down, will it ever get back to the $250 to $300 range? I don't know. I sort of doubt it, but you never know. If you would have said to me back in 2020, hey, can you envision a day where the average front end gross profit on a new car would be $3,000? And my answer would have been, yeah, at a Porsche store.
Sure.
Okay, not at a Hyundai store, not
For
at a
sure.
Chevy store. So
Pops, let's take a second to thank the sponsor of today's program. And then please, folks, stick around. It's 60 seconds here, and you're going to want to see what we do next. Now, Dad, the sponsor of today's program, our friends over at Delete Me. Dad, there are data brokers out there selling our information online, and literally anyone can get their hands on it. Things like your phone number, social security number, home address, and so much more are sold online. And you and I both know, Dad, that information is available to marketers, scammers, and
everyone in between, and they've been calling me recently.
now, Delete Me, folks, helps you take control over your data. And I hope those people haven't been calling my pops, because my dad and I have both been using Delete Me for years now. Delete Me removes our personal information from hundreds of data brokers on our behalf, and they can do that for you as well. Now, we have a special promo code for the CarEdge community that gets you 20% off. Just go to joindeleteme.com/CarEdge or use CarEdge at checkout. Dad, you've been getting phone calls? I feel like Delete Me protects you, man. Have you been getting some spam calls?
Well, all of them are from Arizona. And the reason they're all from Arizona is because, well, the area code on my cell phone is 602, which is Phoenix.
Gotcha. So maybe they're just like
It's
spamming
just call
Arizona.
centers. Yeah, it's just call centers that are doing it.
We have, for me and my dad, hundreds of listings of our data removed. So we appreciate what the fine folks at Delete Me do for us. Now, here's the deal. We're going to do an experiment here. Lithia, the largest dealership group in the United States. Dad, what state do you want to go to? We're going to find a dealership, and we're going to look at their current inventory. Now, when we look at their current inventory, we are going to then identify vehicles that are highly negotiable and see what they're doing in terms of pricing. So where do you want to go, Pops?
Let's go to Georgia. Haven't been to Georgia in a while.
All right. So Lithia, it looks like they have some dealerships around Atlanta.
Area.
So let's see. We've got 3 dealerships to choose from. We've got Subaru of Decatur, Wade Ford, and Curry Honda. Do you have a preference, Dad? Honda, Subaru, or Ford?
Let's do Subaru.
Okay. It's been a while since we've done anything for Subaru. So Subaru of Decatur. So let's go check out their website really quickly. Just go new vehicles. Oh, okay. Can we just take a second? This is the experience of going to a dealership website. What the actual F is going on here? Okay. We're going to I want to get rid of that.
Yes.
I want to, show me a cross track. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God, Dad. Holy cow.
You don't have a lot of them.
Dad, people give us a pain, say our website's not great. This is nuts. Okay, there we go. I found a VIN. Holy cow. Coming back over here. Let's go look at this VIN. Wowza. That was our website's so much more clean compared to that. So, all right, let's start here then. $36,807 MSRP, $34,634 dealer invoice price. The target discount range is anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. Big ones. But I'm curious about that. Yep. First thing I wanted to look at here. What's the days supply of the Subaru Crosstrek in Decatur, Georgia? 101 days. That's high, Dad. 60 have sold in the last 45 days. But to your point, they've got a lot of them for sale. 134.
Yeah. No, 101 day supply. Dealerships and manufacturers would love for that number to be around 60 days. They all start to get concerned when that day supply approaches 90 days. Once you cross the 100-day barrier, you're really starting to get a little nervous.
So if you're the sales manager of this dealership, and let's just scroll down here, they just got this one. This is like brand new. They literally just got this one. So maybe they're not ready to wheel and deal on this one, Pops. But let's go down here. I want to find, where is it? Okay, here we go. We've got the dealer, Decatur Subaru. So I'm going to click on that. Whoops, that's going to take me to their website. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the car search.
Yes.
And we are looking for Subarus.
Yeah, I think that was a Crosstrek, wasn't it?
Yep, and I'm going to go nationwide really quickly so that then I can come down here to dealership. Whoops, and I should be able to put Decatur. Oh my, there we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Love the dealership filter on the CarEdge car search. So now we're looking at all the Subarus for sale at that Decatur Subaru. Yep, there we go. And what I want to do here, Dad, is I want to sort by oldest.
Man, we can do all this on our website?
Interesting, though. They're saying the oldest one is only 5 days? That's got to be.
Wow.
No.
What, did the dealership just open and they just got stocked for the year?
What the heck?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Well, I hate when this doesn't work.
I'm not believing this.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I'll do a watch check real quick because people have been asking. Today's watch, ladies and gentlemen, why Zach?
What the heck?
Why we're trying to get some valuable information off of there is a Bulova Sutton. It is an automatic tank style watch. Love it. Display back. It's 21 joules. And relatively inexpensive. So anyone looking for a tank style watch, the Bulova Sutton seems to fit my tastes. Perhaps it'll fit yours. There you go. Got that out of the way. People have been asking.
I don't know what's going on here. Because there's no way. I mean, all of these are marked as in transit, which is also interesting to me.
Maybe that dealership just opened. Let's pick a different Lithia dealership in Georgia.
Okay, that other one was Wade Ford. So let's look
Wade
at Wade
Ford or Curry Honda.
All right, so let's go Ford here. Yeah, there's going to be no Fords at Decatur Subaru. That makes sense.
Well,
then we'll
hope not.
Go to dealership, and we'll do Wade Ford.
Wade Ford.
There we go. Wade Ford. Here we go. That's so interesting, Dad. So that's Subaru. So the Wade Ford here, this looks what I was expecting. We've got, in this case, a 2024 Ford Escape PHEV, 586 days on the market. Do you really think maybe they did just open up that Subaru dealership?
It could be. It very well could be. Maybe they just bought it and it just changed hands, and this is their initial allocation of inventory. So
let's talk about this because I think it's more likely that we've got a dealership that's not just opening day. Dad, you're the sales manager of this particular dealership. Let's actually focus right here. 2024 Ford F-150 Platinum, nearly an $80,000 MSRP, 490 days on the market. And again, the lead here is that car dealers can't sell expensive cars, and they're finally starting to feel it. What are you doing as the sales manager on this particular vehicle?
My guess is at the moment, as the sales manager, I'm pleading with my general manager not to fire me. The general manager is pleading with the regional vice president from Lithia to not fire him, because there is no way from a corporate perspective that they would want to have vehicles in inventory for 500 and some days, 490 days. So if I was the sales manager or the general manager at that store, every one of my aged vehicles would be up front and around the showroom, if not in the showroom, and they would have what I affectionately refer to as a Wisnowski.
What's a Wisnowski?
A Wisnowski is a mirror hanger that says the price was X, whatever that was, and the price now is a hell of a lot less than X. Okay, that is a Wisnowski. So every one of those aged vehicles would have a Wisnowski with a ridiculously low price. Every one of my salespeople, there it is, a Wisnowski, ladies and gentlemen. Every one of my salespeople would have a special list of all the extra commissions they could make on selling these aged units. What's referred to in the industry as a spiff or a bonus. Now, my spiff or bonus on vehicles like that would be you will get your minimum commission, whatever the minimum commission is at that store. It might be $100, it might be $250, I don't know. But you would get the minimum commission plus $1 for every day that car was in inventory before it was sold. So that F-150 that was there for 490 days would get you the minimum commission plus $490. So my guess is their minimum commission is probably around $250. Sounds like they'd have a $740 commission if they sold that car.
And so
That,
let's come full
as a
circle.
sales manager or general manager, is what I would do to move those units.
So let's come full circle here. The headline today is that the gross profit per new vehicle at the world's largest car dealership group fell 11%. So what did we do? We went to Lithia's website. We found one of their dealerships. In this case, we're looking at Wade Ford, which is one of their dealerships that they own. And that dealership has a 2024 new Ford F-150, $78,765 MSRP for almost 500 days, and they haven't been able to sell it. Now the loss that they're going to take on that thing is tremendous. And Dad, you keep looking through the inventory they have here. Again, I've sorted it by days on market oldest. They have almost 500 new Fords in inventory at this particular dealership. And you can see, Dad, many of them are 24s that have been sitting for well over a year. We've got a Ford Escape here, and Phil, in our one of our team members back at CarEdge.com, saying that the dealer discount back on their website is over $14,000 on some of those Escapes. So it's really interesting to see here. You can look at it in the macro, which is the 11% drop in their profit per vehicle. Then you can look at it at the micro. Holy cow. Ford Expedition 2024, $85,000 MSRP, 446 days on the market. No wonder their profit per vehicle is going down. And to be very explicit here, if you are an absolute deal hunter through and through, this is the exact work you need to be doing, or obviously pay us and we'll do it. But this is the exact work you need to be doing to get the absolute best deal, because these are the vehicles that sales manager, to your point, Dad, is desperate to get rid of. You literally said you're going to be begging for mercy not to be fired for having these vehicles.
Absolutely. And I would, I understand how aged vehicles can sort of kind of get lost at a dealership that has over 500 new vehicles in stock. It can happen. I mean, if you don't see it, you don't realize it. If you're not checking your inventory on a daily basis to see the age of your inventory, well, number one, shame on that new car manager. Number two, even greater shame on the general manager. But I have got to believe from a corporate perspective that the regional vice president might be begging to keep his job if someone above him looks at it and goes, what the hell's going on at Wade Ford? I mean, what are we doing here? You can't have. Okay, well, I won't say you can't have, because they do have, but you should never allow your inventory, your new car or pre-owned inventory, to get that aged. The secret in running a dealership is managing your inventory and being on top of the inventory, how long the vehicles have been sitting. That is your main responsibility, especially as a new car manager, is to know that and to take the necessary steps so that you can alleviate yourself of those aged vehicles.
So again, folks, look at it at the macro. We've got the largest dealership group in the world, 11% decline in profitability. That's what happens when car dealers can't sell expensive cars. They're going to feel it in their bottom line. And then in the micro, all you have to do is go to Lithia's website, then use the dealer filter back on the CarEdge website, and you can start to identify instantly what vehicles they're most desperate to get rid of and the ones that you can negotiate the most on. Now, Dad, let's come back here to the chat for a moment. We've got from Dan C. Pops is correct. Lithia just bought this Subaru store this month. Okay. The odds that the one, we do live demos all the time. The odds that the one we choose is the one where I thought we had a bug on the website. No, everything's working.
As soon as I saw that, the number of days and the amount of it just, in my mind, it said, okay, somebody just sold that store to Lithia, and this is their initial allocation. Because what manufacturers do, just so you know,
please,
when dealerships change hands, and the manufacturer has to approve the sale. And well, trust me, they're approving the sale when it's Lithia's buying it. But part of the deal when that happens is the manufacturer agrees to a one-time large inventory adjustment. In other words, they're going to send them extra cars to help them find the volume and the profits to help pay for the expense of having acquired the store. When the Penske organization in Scottsdale, we moved to North Scottsdale. I mean, we were supposed to get like an extra 350 cars for having built a new dealership. So, yeah, when I saw their oldest car is 5 days, many of those vehicles could be older and probably are older, but they're new to Lithia at that store.
So
when it changed names, boom, they start the clock again.
Dad, this is from Jerry, one of our CarEdge concierges. Manufacturers first poop on you, but you still need to manage those out. I bring up Jerry in part, Dad, because if you are not getting a free consultation call to see if the concierge car buying service is right for you, you'll never have the chance to work with the wonderful Jerry. 48 years of experience, man. Jerry's been in this industry for a long, long time, loves helping folks out across all aspects of car buying, but in particular leasing. He's even got my dad beat.
Well, I will say this. Jerry has forgotten more about the car business than I'll ever know.
Has forgotten?
Okay. Yes.
What do you mean?
I mean, he is so incredibly knowledgeable. I look up to Jerry because of his vast experience. It's so
but
much.
Why do you say he's forgotten more?
Because he knew more to begin with, and he's forgotten more than I'll ever know, and he's still heads above me when it comes to knowledge.
I see what you're going for, but I don't think it was one of your,
Okay, well,
he's forgotten more. You're like giving a backhanded compliment when I think that's not your intent.
No, I'm giving a front-handed.
Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. It's a compliment. It's an expression. All right. That's on me, Pops.
Well, no,
I just took accountability for it. I just said it's on me.
That's right. But see, you're a young man. When you get older, you'll understand it.
Common saying. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never heard that one. Don't think I'm living under a rock, but okay. All right.
Well, perhaps it's not a rock. Maybe it's a boulder.
All right. It's a compliment. I've learned. All right, Dad. Shall we continue on?
We shall. I think we should.
We've got a very kind contribution here. Trusolija82. Thank you. Appreciate it. What is the supply on 4Runners doing? 1 to 2025 SR5. So the beauty and the curse of what we've built back on the CarEdge Car Search is everything's geo-specific. So I think right now, we're still in Grandview, Missouri. So we can play around with this. And let's do it. I don't need nationwide, though. Let's just do within 100 miles. What are we looking for, Dad? A Toyota? What was it? 4Runner?
Yeah. Was it a 4Runner? An SR?
It's on the screen, Pops.
Where?
At the bottom.
Oh, there it is. 4Runners. Yeah. 25 SR5.
You're funny, man. All right, let's look at the SR5. So again, blessing and curse of the CarEdge machine. I mean, we're still sorted by days on market oldest. So in this particular area, I guess this was around Kansas City, Dad. The oldest one's 92 days, 86 days. So it's not like they've been sitting for a long, long time. But then let's click into it. 102 days supply. That's actually for a Toyota, man. That's high.
Yeah, it is.
That's actually really high.
Yeah.
I encourage everyone to look at that market data on vehicles for their own region.
That's the thing. You need to know what it is where you live, where you're planning on shopping, and then that could encourage you to increase the area in which you're willing to shop.
All right. So I got the explanation. It's a huge compliment. It means the guy knows so much stuff that your dad doesn't even know as much as that guy forgot. Okay, I get it now.
There you have it.
I thought you were making a joke about Jerry being old. I was like,
no. I am so sincere when I say I truly look up to Jerry, because Jerry has so much more experience in and I spent 43 years in it, and I've managed dealerships, and I've been a new car manager, I've been a finance guy, I've done it all, but Jerry has done it all and more, and he is a plethora of automotive knowledge that I only wish I had. I can sit here and go over things and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. Jerry could do it, and he could make it really easy for you to understand. That's the difference.
All right, Pops, let's end today's show with something that, honestly, I cannot believe it. I did not see this coming. Ford, Dad, has more recalls. We're up to 126 recalls. This was 123. What was that, yesterday? 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
All right. So we are up to 126 recalls. Now,
yes,
this most recent recall impacts 1.5 million vehicles, rear view camera display. I don't even know, man. Like, we're not trying to pick on them. I'm not trying to pick on them.
No, and I won't pick, because I believe these are older vehicles. These are pre Jim Farley, so that would be pre JF. So yeah, these are well before Jim Farley's days, but I'm pretty sure Jim Farley is overseeing a time that, I don't know, 7 or 8 years from now, when we're looking at the recalls, it'll be for all the crap they're building today.
I mean, no matter when it was from, it's just like, it's remarkable.
It is.
It's remarkable. They just run away week in, week out with so many recalls. Like, we make light of it at this point, but they have, I mean, compare Ford to Mercedes-Benz, 16 recalls to 126. Honda, 16 recalls to 126.
Compare it to FCA, which has 40.
It's just nuts.
Yeah, it is. And the all-time record for recalls in a year prior to this year was, I think, 69. 67 right or 69, and it was GM held the record that year. But this is so much more than anyone has ever seen before. It's literally frightening, and what's even more frightening, if I may, the average age of automobiles on the road today are 14 and a half years old. Now, many of these Fords that are being recalled are 12 and 13 and 14 and 10 years old. It is, I guess, the longer we keep the vehicles on the road, the greater the likelihood at some point they're going to end up being recalled. And the real problem becomes that Ford doesn't have the current customer information to notify the customer that owns some of these vehicles. Oh, by the way, you need to take it to your local Ford dealer and get this fixed.
Yeah. Recalls keep coming over there at the Blue Oval. Folks, if we can help you out with anything, it would be our privilege and our honor. Check it out back at CarEdge.com. Our biggest end of year promotion. If you're going to buy a car between now and the end of the year, take advantage of what we've got going on back at CarEdge.com. $300 off the car buying service, 30% off CarEdge Pro. Check it out and learn more back at the website. Dad.
Yes.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
That's my plan. Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday is your sister's anniversary. Can you believe, I know you might have somewhere to go or something to do, but we need to take a moment and congratulate Dara and Herzak. Can you believe it'll be 4 years?
It's awesome.
It seems like yesterday. It can't really be 4 years, can it?
It's awesome. Happy for them.
Me too.
All right, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Love you, Dad.
Love you too, handsome. See you all back here tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.